Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today I'm going to be tasting some new self-heating meals I found at my local Chinese market. If you're not familiar with self-heating meals, they are pretty amazing. They are a self-contained meal that contains everything you need for the meal and it heats it by itself. It's a chemical reaction, water and a chemical bag that you mix together, and it heats pre-cooked ingredients together so you can have a hot meal with no electricity, no power whatsoever. It's kind of amazing. Now, the first time I was introduced to this method of heating was when I tried my first MRE, which was many years ago. I was pregnant with my second child. It was that long ago. And I will put that link down below to that video if you want to see my first experience with this kind of exothermic reaction. Since then, I've tasted many MREs and other rations that use this technology, but also other instant heating, self-heating meals too. So let's go ahead and get started. So I am super excited about this one. Look at the size of this one. This is a giant self-heating meal. I've never seen them this size before. So I'm excited to see what's in this and how much food it contains. I found these two as well. This is by Gu, which I've tried before, but not these two particular flavors. This one is the vegan Kung Pao chicken clay pot, and this one is the mushroom and vegan Konjac clay pot. So those sound interesting as well. This is the one that I'm super excited about. Isn't this incredible? Look at the size of this. So here we are, and this is fish fillet with pickled soup. Neat label. And on the outside here, we have instructions. This is a product of China, and it has instructions both in Chinese and in English, which is great. So we'll take this off. Oh, I don't think we even need to, do we? Okay, so here is the contents. Oh, we should take this off, I believe, because there's a little vent here, and if we don't take that off, won't be able to steam out. So there's a vent here, so I think we should remove that top. So here is fish. It's pickled. It's in this vacuum sealed package. And this is clearly labeled the vegetable package. And then inside we have the cooking tray and more ingredients inside. Very cool. So fish, vegetable, chopsticks, spoon, noodles. It's like a sauce packet. Oh, and here is the heater portion. We do not eat that. So actually not that big of a meal, just a very large container. Slightly disappointed by that. We're gonna put everything into this tray. And then how long do we cook it for? Wait for, 15 to 20 minutes. So we do have to wait about 15 to 20 minutes. It's not exactly fast cooking, is it? So add our noodles, vegetables, quite a lot of vegetables. Look at that. Use these chopsticks so I can show you what's inside. So the chopsticks assemble in two pieces like that. Okay, so looks like there's some water chestnut, some mung bean sprouts, some whittier fungus, ooh, some lotus root. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Nice and crunchy. And some bamboo shoots in there too. Okay, so now we're gonna add our fish. We'll add that right here. It smells fishy, like dried fish. And the contents of our sauce packet. It smells good. It smells like soybean paste. Add that right in. Okay, so there is a fill line right there. So we'll add water to that line. Great. And then to here, we will add the heating unit. Right in there. And it just says to put water to cover. I guess there's a little line here, so maybe that's where I should put it. Top of that. Okay, so water to that line to cover. And then place this right on top. Like that, kind of like a double boiler. And then replace the lid. Okay, very tight fitting lid. And now we wait. Don't hear anything happening yet. Don't feel anything yet. 15 to 20 minutes before our meal is done. Pretty simple. So while our big one is cooking, let's see what's inside this one. This is the Zihaigu Kung Pao vegan chicken clay pot. Oh, I hear some rumblings. Oh, it's starting to steam. Can you hear it? Oh my gosh, so cool. Can you see that? Uh-huh. Definitely doing something. Why is it quiet now? Yep. Definitely was doing something and now it's stopped. Shouldn't be like full blast now. I don't know. All right, so it's definitely doing its thing. It's not as powerful as it was just a minute ago, but it's definitely simmering. Hear that? Okay. All right, do your thing. So this is a vegan chicken, which is great. It's nice to have vegetarian and vegan options. Here we go. And also we'll remove the top on this. Okay, instructions are right there. And this is very similar. Oh, this is cool. This contains the water already. A little spoon, spork. Look, it has a smiley face on it. Can you see it? Rice. Oh, I like this. This has a metal tray. Appreciate that for the cooking. Seasoning packet. This looks like maybe the vegetables. And this is the heating unit. Clearly labeled do not eat. So same thing goes for this one. Pack it into there. Set that aside momentarily. And then everything else goes into the tray. Oh, it's telling you to put the seasoning at the end once it's done. Okay, rice. Oh, this looks like it's converted rice. Pre-cooked rice. Vegetables. Ooh, look at that. That looks spicy. And this is vegan chicken. So this is probably wheat gluten, I'm guessing. Kind of a meat substitute. In a chili sauce. And I see peanuts. Looks delicious. That. Pre-measured water goes in. That's so easy. You can add water to that fill line that's right at the bottom right there. Here. Pop this into here. I think this is very clever that it's a hexagon so that it can't fall into the round shape. All right, we're gonna cover this up and let this cook for 15 minutes. Now this one is the mushroom and vegan Konjac clay pot rice self-heating pot. I believe Konjac is like a tuber and it has a very gelatinous texture to it, not much flavor, but it can have kind of a strong smell. But I think it's considered, at least in Japan, kind of like a diet food. But let's see what it looks like in here. So very similar design as the first one. Water, spoon with a smiley face, rice, cooking tray, sauce packet, vegetables, and heater. You get the gist. We're going to put the heater into the bottom. Set these aside. And then everything else into here, and we're going to put the sauce in at the end. Great sound. Ooh, this too looks spicy. Ooh, look at that. Very red in color. Smell the chili in there. And the water. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Whoa, this one popped, so let me put this back. Wow, look at this one. Whoa. So it heats up very quickly and then kind of just stops. So same thing here, we're gonna add our water to this. Place this on top. Pop our lid on and wait 15 minutes for our meal to cook. Pretty amazing, right? I'm gonna put my sauce packet right on top so it can warm up too, and we'll put that on when we eat it. All right, lovelies, I'll see you in about 15 minutes when everything is nice and hot. Alrighty, my lovelies, it's been a full 15-20 minutes since I popped the heater into this, and let's see how our meal turned out. This is fish fillet with pickled soup, so it's gonna be nice and tangy, I'm imagining. Alrighty, let's see what it looks like inside. Ooh, pretty good, right? So we've got our vegetables and our noodles have definitely plumped up. Look at that. Everything looks hot. We have our lotus root, our vegetables. This is the fish. And everything is steaming. Looks like it's well heated. Alrighty, let's give this a taste. Alrighty, let me give a taste of the broth first. Itadakimasu. Ooh, it is tangy. I like it. Definitely MSG as well. That lovely, elusive, savory flavor that makes things taste so delicious. And let's give these noodles a taste. They look like glassine noodles a bit. Maybe they're mung bean noodles, I'm not sure, but slightly transparent. Alrighty, let's give them a taste. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Almost inhaled a noodle. The noodles are completely cooked, nice and tender, not firm at all. And the soup is pleasantly pickled, meaning it's tangy. Let's taste a wood ear mushroom. I love these. Here we go. Have a great succulent crunch, cartilaginous crunch. If you've ever chewed on ribs and you get that kind of cartilaginy crunch that's not like a firm, like bony crunch, but sort of in between. That's what wood ear mushroom has in terms of texture. It's delightful. Alrighty, next we have a slice of water chestnut. That's not water chestnut. Maybe it is, but it's softer than I remember water chestnut being. It's not quite as soft as a potato, but delicious. Everything tastes great. Everything tastes like that broth, which is sour, slightly spicy, a little bit funky. So there's a pre-cooked fish packet in there as well. So let's give the fish a taste. It almost looks like dried fish. Let's give that a go. Somehow I was expecting it to be salty, but it's not. The fish is a little bit fishy, but not unpleasant, not like a fermented fish, just a pleasantly kind of fish stick flavor, and is cooked all the way. A little dry, but with the broth it's pretty good. But all around, really like this one. I like that it's a sour soup. A nice change up to what I typically have for soup. Ooh, let's try a piece of lotus root, also known as renkon in Japanese. This, of course, is a Chinese meal, but let's give this. I love these as a kid because I appreciated the holes in the pattern. I know there are people that don't appreciate these perforations, but I think they're just magical. Alrighty, let's give this a taste. Lotus root has a great texture in my opinion. It's almost like a raw carrot, like a slightly cooked carrot. It still has a nice firmness to it. Alrighty, there is the fish and pickled soup. Delicious. Next, let's try the vegan chicken clay pot. Okay, let's open this. This one's really hot. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? Peanuts, vegan chicken, and beautifully cooked rice. Look. Steaming hot. Wow, that looks great. Smells fantastic. Now we're gonna add the sauce. Drizzle this red on top, although everything looks fantastic. I'm not gonna put all of it on because things tend to be a little bit salty for me, so I can always add more, as my mama always says. So I'm gonna stir all the way to the bottom to make sure we get all of the rice underneath. It fluffs up beautifully, ends up filling the entire little pot here. I have to say, the heating units on these smaller ones seem to be more vigorous than the bigger one. And this one seems hotter. While the other one was pleasantly warmed through, this one seems piping hot. Alrighty, there it is with the sauce. Let's give it a taste. Here we go. Itadakimasu. I like that. The rice is piping hot and fluffy, tender. I really like the addition of peanuts in there. Adds a nice little crunch. And nuttiness. This one's great. Like this one a lot, but really love the temperature. Everything is very, very piping hot, full of flavor and great texture. Fluffy, fluffy rice and a very generous portion. Delicious. Would definitely buy this one again. The soup one, maybe not. I think the portion's a little bit too big. And I'm not always feeling like soup, but rice. Adore rice. Love this. So good. And finally, let's taste the mushroom clay pot. Alrighty, let's see what's in this one. Ooh. As I said, these ones get really hot. Ooh, look at that. Very nice. Piping hot. And the rice is fully cooked. Pour the sauce. Stir it in. Look at that. Beautiful. So hot. Like the other one, the rice is fully cooked, and I'm really impressed with how fluffy the rice is. The rice, I have to say, has a slightly different texture than freshly cooked rice because this is converted rice, meaning it's been cooked already and then dried so that it can cook a lot faster. So it has a slightly different texture, but not unpleasant. And how do I describe that texture? Not quite sure how to describe it. It's just not quite sticky. It's just different. I don't know how to explain it. The pieces of rice feel smaller. That's the way I can describe it. But this is fluffy, hot, and let's give this a taste. This is the mushroom vegan clay pot. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Ooh. This one, I think I'm gonna put all of the sauce. I think this one needs it a little bit more than the other. But that also is very good. The rice is very fluffy, and I'm really impressed with how piping hot everything gets. Super flavorful. This one too is a little spicy. I noticed there's some pieces that have this kind of cross hatch patterning on it. And I remember that this contains konjac, which is a tuber, but it's vegan, vegetarian. Great, bouncy, and like meat-like texture, but it's not meat. But that cross hatch pattern is often utilized when preparing things that are a little bit more tough, like octopus or squid. So it's scored, and then when it's cooked, you get this beautiful kind of pattern that appears, but it also tenderizes the meat. So it serves dual purpose of both looking aesthetically pleasing and also tenderizing the food. In this case, I think it's supposed to simulate looking something like an octopus tentacle or something, but delicious. I think of the two, I prefer the vegan chicken one as opposed to the mushroom konjac one, although I like the konjac very much. Super flavorful, great texture, and really great rice. Alrighty, my lovies, there you have it. 3 self-heating meals that make a meal without any effort at all. No electricity required, just some water added to these packets, and you've got food in about 15 minutes. Pretty amazing. All right, my lovelies, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! All right, now it's time to finish my lunch. I better double check that this contains wheat. Oh, there is some in the sauce. I should be fine. Broad bean sauce, yeah, alrighty.